Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are home one more time to take on the Brewers. I think we might be home next series too. I think it's against a 4-gamer against the Diamondbacks if I remember right, but last one of this series. Excuse me, I had some burps there. I had trouble getting out. Squirrels with the normal lineup out on the field. I should check when the next off day is. I think it's May 6th? 5th or 6th, something like that. Let's just look at the schedule here since I've already brought it up twice and I'm just kind of guessing off of memory. Gil on the mound today. We are on the road for the next 2 series, actually. 4 against the Diamondbacks and 3 against the Nationals. Next off day is May 6th. Tony Gwynn Jr. at the plate, and he will take a strike. That slider never broke back over the plate. 1-1. Curveball in the dirt. Gwynn lays off. 2-1. And another curveball makes it 3-1. Swing and a miss. We got a full count now. And a soft liner towards first. Terry makes the grab. 1 down. Ronnie Cedeno at the plate. And first pitch is called a strike. Second pitch is off the plate. Oh, the first one was not called a strike. My apologies. Neither is this one. 3-0 the count. There is a called strike to make it 3-1. Gil comes up with the slider that's popped up foul. Tom running back, and he will make the play. 2 away. Ryan Braun at the plate now. He homered yesterday. Ended up being the lone Brewers run way in the 9th inning when things were looking pretty hopeless. 2-0 the count. So Gil having some trouble finding the plate here. Does get the call on a borderline pitch there. Comes back the sinker that's called a strike. 2-2. Called strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning, even if it was a little ragged there for Gil. A lot of deep counts. So we'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Kester will lead things off for the Squirrels. Wandy Rodriguez on the mound. Looks like the same Brewers lineup we've been seeing otherwise. Kester will start off with a strike. And grounds this one to third. Muto throws over to first. 1 away. Marvin at the plate. He will start off batting right-handed. First pitch is called a strike. As is the second pitch. 0-2. Marvin puts this one into center field for a base hit. Gwynn didn't do the greatest job cutting that off, and that turns into a leadoff, or not a leadoff, but a double for Marvin for the first hit of the ball game. So runner in scoring position with 1 out. Chief fouls that pitch away. He has an 0-2 count. He grounds this one through the left side of the infield. Marvin is going to try it. Braun goes home with it too. Marvin just ahead of the throw. So the Squirrels again take the early 1-0 lead, although Marvin apparently hurt his shoulder on that slide. We'll go ahead and take him out to make sure we don't have any problems. Terry parks that pitch into the right field bleachers about halfway up. His 3rd home run of the season, 456 feet, and that will make the game 3-0. Frank at the plate now, still only 1 out. Rodriguez reeling out there, and Does put a strike in there for Frank. This one popped up. Van Hecken going back, and he will make the grab. 2 down. Tom at the plate now. First pitch is called strike. Grounds this one to short. Bill Hall will take care of that, and we'll move on to the second inning. And Bill Hall is going to be due up first for the Brewers, who are suddenly in a 3-0 hole. Marvin thinks he's staying in the game, but he will not be. We're not going to mess around with that, especially with a pretty big early lead. No reason to really get somebody hurt. So Miyake will go into center field. Gill winds for Bill Hall and puts in a fastball for a strike. And that slider down and out. Bounces a curveball in. Gill just having trouble throwing strikes. Gets a swing and a miss there to make it 2-2. This one into center field. Miyake coming in right away, and he's not going to make it there. It drops in front of him for a leadoff single. First base runner for the Brewers today brings Nitro to the plate. Gill from the stretch pumps in a fastball. Another fastball, but this one is too high. And off the plate, outside, 2-1. Swing and a miss, makes it 2-2. That slider down and away. A full count, but nobody out yet. Runner takes off anyway, and thankfully for the Brewers, Terry had to make a bit of a leaping play on that, so it gave Hall a chance to get back to first base. Runner on first, 1 out now. Mercado at the plate. Gill still from the stretch. Gets a swing and a miss on a sinker. And that curveball's put into left field for another base hit. 2 on, 1 out for the Brewers. It's up to Muto to try to get the Brewers on the board here. He will look at strike 1. Grounds this one to second. Kester, I thought, should have gone to first with it, but he does get the out at second. So that will put runners on the corners with 2 outs. And Van Hecken at the plate. Puts this one into left field. It's going to get down. Brewers score a run. So 3-1 Squirrels lead now. Still 2 runners on. And Wandy Rodriguez at the plate. Don't know how many appearances, but he's got a 500 average and a couple RBI. Not going to get anything here, though, with a ground ball to first. So we'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Squirrels leading 3-1. Both teams with 3 hits. And Zach will come to the plate first. Of course, it does help that one of those Squirrels hits was well over the fence. Zach, I think the only Squirrels player that got into the game that did not get a hit, has an 0-2 count here. Hits this one right to second. Cedeno catches it right before it can hit the ground. That will bring Joey to the plate. He will look at strike 1. Grounds this one towards short. A bit of a slow roll, but Hall is able to make the play. 2 away. Gill at the plate. Has not gotten a hit yet this year. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses, 0-2. Grounds this one to short, and that should end the inning. Move on to the third, still a 3-1 Squirrels lead. The Brewers will start off with Tony Gwynn Jr. I feel like I should note for Gill, in the story mode of all the, big name opposing pitchers, which make out the bottom 3 of our starting rotation, Gill's the only one that's not shown to be much of a hitter in story mode either. Both Jonathan and Gill are definitely power hitters. Not Not so much, you know, here for the Squirrels, but in the minor leagues, I guess you could say they still showed some pop. Anyway, Gwynn has a full count. I believe he got a full count in his first at-bat as well. He will go down swinging for out number 1. Only the second strikeout of the day for Gill. Brings Cedeno to the plate, and he will look at strike 1. That curveball misses low. And that fastball outside. 2-1. There's a swing and a miss. Makes it 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gill. So that'll bring Ryan Braun to the plate, who was the lone strikeout victim for the Brewers the first trip through their lineup. He'll look at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Gill maybe finally finding a groove here. Sure enough, swing and a miss. Strike 3. So much more dominant looking inning there for Gill. We go to the bottom of the third where Kester will lead off. Still 3-1 Squirrels. Kester ground out in his first at bat. Looks at strike 1. And that one is called strike 2. And a line drive just foul down the third base line. We'll try it again. Swing and a miss this time for the first out of the inning. Miyake, his first at bat. And that strikeout actually was the first for Rodriguez in this game. Miyake swings and misses at the first pitch. Hits this one down the third base line. It does stay fair. Miyake will go back to first base after taking a pretty big turn. Chief with the double in his first at bat. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch goes outside. Second pitch swung on and missed. Hits this one through the left side. Another base hit. Puts runners on first and second for Terry, who's already really thumped one out of here. Swings and misses at the first pitch here. Misses again, 0-2. Couple off-speed pitches. Goes with the fastball here, and it's a base hit up the middle. Miyake is going to try to score, and they're not even really going to make a serious attempt to get him. 4-1 Squirrels. Frank at the plate. Still 2 on, still only 1 out. First pitch, a fastball for strike 1 over the inside corner. And then I think that was a changeup. Another slower pitch, and this one put into center field. It'll drop in for a hit, and another run will come in to score. 5-1 Squirrels. Tom at the plate. Still only the 1 out as Tom fouls that pitch off. Brewers bullpen has got to be busy. Tom puts us into right field. I think it's going to... No, actually lands out of Mercado's reach. I thought he was going to have a play. Instead, 2 runs are going to score on that double. 7-1 Squirrels. Rodriguez still out there. Zach at the plate. We'll look at strike 1. Swing and a miss. Makes it 0-2. This one hit towards short. Catches it on the fly. Tom able to get back safely. Joey at the plate. Runner still in scoring position. 2 outs now. This one is fouled away down the right side. And that's going to be grabbed by Muto on a pretty decent play. Wasn't hit the hardest, but it definitely could have been a hit. Muto jumps up and makes the grab. 7-1 Squirrels lead though. The Brewers are going to start off the 4th inning with Bill Hall. Hall with a base hit in his first at-bat. And he will swing and miss at a fastball. I think more of a changeup. I think it might have slipped a little bit. That one a better fastball, and it's lined into left field, and Frank makes the grab. 1 down. Nitro at the plate. Lined out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. This one is going to hook just foul down the right field line. 0-2. Gill winds. Throws a fastball not in the zone, but he gets Nitro to chase for strike 3. Mercado with the base hit in his first at-bat. He's up to 13 RBI. Believe he knocked in that run. Well, that might have been Muto, now that I think more about it. In any case, Mercado is down 0-2. And he strikes out to end the top of the 4th. 7-1 Squirrels still. We go to the bottom half of the inning where Gill will lead off. The Brewers don't send Rodriguez back out there. They go find Nick Blackburn. Hall and Muto switch positions again. Not sure why they don't start Hall at third and Muto at short if that's really what they want, but they both seem very capable at both positions. Gill starts off with a pitch that's too low and then grounds this one towards first. Nitro scoops it up and steps on the bag. One down, Kester at the plate. He is 0 for 2 today. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Looks at strike 3. 2 down, Miyake got a base hit right down the third base line the first time up. He will look at strike 1 here. Looks at strike 2, a very hittable pitch. Swings and misses strike 3. So best inning to date for the Brewers, I think. Muto's going to lead things off for Milwaukee in the 5th. It's still a 7-1 Squirrels lead. Okay, no, it was Mercado. Muto grounded out, so. Anyway, he swings and misses at the first pitch. Hits this one in the air. Frank coming in. I don't think he's going to make it, though, and he does not. So a leadoff single from Muto will bring Van Hecken to the plate. He got a base hit in his first at-bat. Hits this one into center field. Miyake will have this one. There's the out. Runner goes back to first. Throw goes to first, too, but, I mean, not any real threat there. Well, the Brewers are actually going to pinch hit. That's the first time in a while I feel like the game's correctly pinch hit for the pitcher. Ricky Weeks to the plate to try to get the Brewers somewhat back in this. First pitch called a strike. Second pitch fouled back. Tom's not going to catch up to it. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll bring Tony Gwynn back to the plate. He is 0 for 2 today. First pitch called a strike. Swing and a miss, makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So, we'll go to the second half of the game. Squirrels leading 7-1 still. Chief will lead things off for Indianapolis. Manny Parra is going to come in and pitch. So he has come out of the Brewers bullpen for the past couple years now. Chief 2 for 2 today, double and a single. And this one hit down the first base line. Nitro makes a decent grab on it and gets to first for the out. Excuse me, Terry 2 for 2, a home run and a single. Looks at strike 1. Pops this one up. Van Hecken will not get to it. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. Frank 1 for 2 so far. He looks at ball 1. And looks at strike 1. 1-1 the count. Parra winds and has a ball hit to short. Muto grabs it, throws it over, and that will end the 5th inning. Brewers seem to have calmed things down, but they've got a big hole to climb out of. Ronnie Cedeno is going to come to the plate. Cedeno 0 for 2 so far. Hits this one up the middle, and it will get through for his first hit of the game. So Ryan Braun now at the plate. 1 on, nobody out. He is struck out in both at-bats so far. Weekly puts this one back to Gill. Only play, or only out anyway, was at second base. So runner on first with 1 out. Bill Hall at the plate, and he takes strike 1. Swing and a miss, makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Nitro at the plate. He is 0 for 2 so far. So that one misses, down and in. Runner takes off, Tom fires it down, and Braun easily thrown out to end the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Still a 7-1 Squirrels lead, and they are going to start off with Tom at the plate. Tom 1 for 2 today, got a double in his last at bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Zach to the plate. It's got a pair of lineouts so far. First pitch out of the zone. Para comes back with the fastball that he blows by Zach. 1-1. Another fastball, another strike. 1-2. Why throw anything different? This one ground to second, and that will be the second out of the inning. Joey at the plate now. He is 0 for 2 today. Swings and misses at a slider. And that fastball too low. Para winds. That fastball past Joey, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good outing all around for Para so far. 7-1 Squirrels as we go into the 7th, where Nitro will come back to the plate for the Brewers after Braun got himself thrown out stealing. We will go ahead and make a pitching change here. Gonzalez will go into Joey's spot, which will bring Phil into the game. Which means I need to flip-flop the infield there.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 76, Gonzalez.
All right, Nitro 0 for 2, but he gets a fresh count now. Swings and misses at a splitter. That one's called a strike. 0-2. Swings and misses at the changeup. Strike 3. 1 down. Mercado at the plate. He is 1 for 2. As that first fastball goes outside. Outside again. 2-0. There's a fastball for a strike. Another fastball, and that's put into center field for another base hit. 1 on, 1 out. Muto is 1 for 2 today. That splitter too far inside. That fastball up and in. That one not really close. 3-0. This one catches the corner. 3-1. Swing and a miss. We got a full count now. And then fouled away. We'll try again. Swing and a miss on the changeup for strike 3. 2 down. Van Hecken at the plate. He is 1 for 2. First pitch misses down and in. And then outside. 2-0. Gonzalez having a little bit of trouble finding the plate, but he gets the ground out to third, and that will get us to the 7th inning stretch. 7-1 Squirrels. It'll be Phil at the plate on the other side. All right. Phil at the plate now. His first at bat of today. Looks at strike one. Grounds this one back to Parra, who gets it over to first in time. That'll bring Kester to the plate. He is 0 for 3. Swings and misses at a curveball. And a ground ball to second. Cedeno to first. 2 down. Third at bat for Miyake. He is 1 for 2 so far. First pitch is a slider that's too low. Could have possibly missed inside as well, but mostly low. That fastball down and out. Parra tries it again. Gets a fastball that Miyake is well late on. Called strike on a slider, makes it 2-2. This one into the air, and it's going to be foul into the seats on the right field side. Still 2-2. 2 away, nobody on base. Ground ball to short, Muto over to first. Not a good throw, but Nitro scoops it out to bring us to the 8th inning. Manny Parra is due up for the Brewers. We'll see if they use a pinch hitter. Looks like they will. And they find Scott, who I do believe was starting in left or right, probably right field for a little while, but Mercado's taken that spot now. Scott has a 1-1 count. Oh, that one sailed on Gonzalez. This one better. 2-2. Swing and a miss at a cutter for strike 3. 1 down. Tony Gwynn Jr. at the plate. He is 0 for 3 today and looks at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ronnie Cedeno got a base hit in his last at bat. That fastball is too low. This one misses inside. Comes back with a cutter. That's called a strike. Though I'm not sure how much it actually cut. Up the middle, and it will get through for another base hit into center field. So Cedeno on first. Ryan Braun, who is 0 for 3, although one of those was a fielder's choice. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Looks at strike 2. And then sharply hit right over first base. That's a solid hit, and that will move Cedeno to third. Runners on the corners, still 2 out for Bill Hall. I don't remember if Bill Hall's gotten hit yet or not. In any case, first pitch is out of the zone. Slider outside, or splitter rather, is outside as well. This one in the dirt, 3-0. Gonzalez flirting with loading the bases here. And there he does on a 4-pitch walk. And a powerful hitter at the plate. Gonzalez playing with a little bit of fire here. Gets a swing and a miss. A called strike 2. Swing and a miss, and Gonzalez is out of the jam. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Chief due to lead off. Still a 7-1 game, although the hits are even at 8 apiece, interestingly enough. Bobby Say is going to come out and pitch for the Brewers. Jason Kendall is going to come in to catch now. All right, Chief 2 for 3 so far. He looks at strike 1. And that fastball is too far outside. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. This one misses up and in. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down, Terry at the plate. He's 2 for 3 today. Looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Frank. He's 1 for 3 today. Pops this one foul, but it'll make the screen. That curveball misses up and in. Popped fouling. Oh, I guess it must have hit the ground first. 1-2. That pitch is too low. Frank does not chase it. And then a swing and a miss to put us into the 9th inning. The Brewers need 6 runs to stay alive. They're going to start off with Mercado. It looks like the Brewers did not double switch. They just swapped out Van Hecken for Jason Kendall straight up. Zap's gotten a lot of work here lately. But we're going to give Shibuya a rest when we can and just hope that Zap's got enough to get through an inning here.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 23, Zap.
All right, Mercado's 2 for 3 today. And he hits this one foul down the first base side. Zap comes back with the changeup that gets a swing and a miss. Breaking ball, another swing and a miss, and that's the first out of the inning. Muto 1 for 3 today. And he starts off with the ball into left field, but it's going to hook foul. Zap winds again, and that breaking ball out of the zone. There's a swing and a miss, makes it 1-2. That fastball put into right field for a base hit. 1 on, 1 out. Jason Kendall with his first at-bat of the day here in the 9th. Looks at a fastball for strike 1. Grounds this one to third. Chief on to second. Phil on to first, not in time. Bobby Say will not get his first at-bat of the year. Instead, Gabe Kapler is going to come in and try to keep the game going. Looks like he has not gotten a hit yet. So runner on first, 2 outs. First pitch is called a strike over the inside corner. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Called strike 3, and that is your ball game. Kapler doesn't like the call. But we're on to Arizona. Your final score today, Milwaukee Brewers 1, Indianapolis Squirrels 7. We'll have to try to remember to check how hurt Marvin is, so I guess you'll find out tomorrow whether or not Miyake's in the lineup. Take a look at a few highlights here. Wasn't just one big inning today. Those 7 runs split up early, but across 2 different innings. Home run definitely did not help Wandy Rodriguez at all. Chief, your player of the game today, driving in that first run. So thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we're at Arizona for a 4-game set starting tomorrow. We'll see you then.